Hello, my name is Yelloweyes with Night Train Pickleball, and today we're bringing another pickleball tip, okay? So today we're going to talk about the volley, right? And so we've given you some pickleball tips here at the line. We talked about feet movement, we talked about the ready position, we talked about the put away or the kill shot, right? But today I want to talk about volley, okay? So I'm gonna show you what I see a lot of, and then I'm going to show you what we do to teach in the Night Train Pickleball Academy. You know, whether you're a beginner or intermediate, we're introducing you to it. It could be a potential solution, okay? So here we go. So the first thing I see, and whether you put your finger behind there or not, hey, listen, that's up to you to decide. You know, if you're having success with it, I'm not gonna say don't do it, right? But here's what I see a lot of, right? I have the player is here. First thing is they have their paddle dropped. We definitely want to keep the paddle up. And so then the ball comes at them, right? And so then they can turn the paddle here, which is fine, good. Still getting the paddle in face, but then they'll do this, right? Or do this right here. And yet they still somehow manage to have a little success, which is fine. And then the next thing I see is now they've got the paddle this way, okay? Here or here, right? And that is really just a reaction, right? And you've taught yourself, and here's what happened. You got it over one time or two times or five times and go, okay, I did that once, I can do it again, right? So here's what I like to call that. This is what we call the windshield wiper, right? So my palm is always facing out, but I'm moving my paddle from side to side right here. And when you're reacting fast, I see a lot that the paddle then angles down, or we don't, you know, there's no way here that we're getting the paddle to a position where we're getting the ball back up, right? So there's a lot of issue with that. Now, some of you have found a way to make that work. I'm not saying change it. What I am saying is here's an opportunity to tweak that and potentially get a higher percentage of the time to get the ball over more, right? So we're here, ready position, right? Paddles up, bottoms down. And when we open up, right? And the ball's coming fast, right? I granted, I give you that. So the ball's coming fast, but when I open up my paddle here, right? My body opens up slightly, and most of the time my feet will slide a little, right? So I'm opening up, and now my paddle is facing flat instead of here or here, right? It's flat, and then here, it's just an easy drop, and then again to the side, right? And then if the ball's a little lower, they drive it a little lower, I actually get down there with the ball a little bit, but again, I'm still turning my body. My paddle is still facing the direction that I want the ball to go. So there is actually an intermediate part of this too that we're not going to get into, but the first thing is just getting the ball, the paddle in front of the ball in the right position and getting the ball to go right back over the net, okay? So that's the first thing, but that's a really quick, easy positionings to get into instead of potentially using the windshield wiper or just reacting to it, all right? So, but that's something that you have to practice. So you just have somebody nice and easy pop some balls to you, and you just practice getting the ball here, right? Here, okay? And then it pretty soon becomes just what you do when the ball goes live, all right? So again, my name is Yelloweyes with Night Train Pickleball. That is our pickleball tip today. We'll see you on the courts.